What is up, team? Trifunctional here. Welcome back to the Minecraft Initium series. I hope you're having an awesome day. I'm having a pretty awesome day myself. Last episode, we built the dark room mob sweeper spawn thingy, the mob farm to collect the gunpowder and other mob items. You can see that it is working out pretty well. It's not the most efficient that it could be. It'll get more efficient as I do more work as far as lighting up the caves around the area. But we do have plenty of gunpowder coming in, so with this constantly running, we shouldn't ever run out of rockets. Do have a solid supply of bones and string now as well. So we'll have plenty of bone meal for future projects and plenty of string for future projects as well. You can see from and yeah, that was a skeleton that must have had feather falling. That's why he died on the magma stone. But yeah, you can see from the redstone and glowstone in here, the spider eyes, that there's witches that we're collecting items from. There also from the ender pearl in here that we're also getting some items from endermen as well. So yeah, this is going to work out well, and I'll do more work around the cave systems as far as lighting them up so that that'll get even more efficient over time. And as far as what we're going to work on today, we're going to work on a super smelter. So I'm going to create a super smelter by putting together an array of furnaces so that we'll be able to smelt items nice and quickly. As you can see, I created a little bit of an area down below our basement here. We just drop down here, go down these steps that I created. And then I have a nice big room opened up here that we'll just put our furnace array in. And I'm thinking along this wall, we'll just place the furnaces and all of the hoppers and redstone that we need. And then we'll also open this up even more into like a storage room as well in a future episode. But today we'll just focus on the furnace array, the super smelter. But I'm going to go ahead and collect the supplies that we'll need, and then I will bring you back and we'll get to building. Welcome back, team. So I gathered up the supplies that we'll need to build our furnace array down here. And so I think I changed my mind. I think we're going to go over against this wall with the furnace array. And so what we'll go ahead and do, we'll go ahead and start just over here. Let me go ahead and get out my furnaces. That makes sense to start with. And so we'll go ahead and place down 8 furnaces. I wasn't even counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on top of those were our hoppers. On top of our hoppers, we're going to place our furnaces. And I can already tell that I made a mistake with these hoppers. Alright, let me go ahead and pick those back up real quick. Because we want our hoppers to go into a collection chest because these bottom hoppers are going to lead into a collection chest where we'll actually pick up our smelted items. So let me go ahead and get out a couple of chests. And for this particular build, I'm not following a tutorial. I did kind of pay attention to how Wells Knight did his furnace array in his Hermitcraft Let's Play. So that's kind of what I'm basing this off of. But yeah, I'm just kind of winging it. Alright. Just giving myself a little bit more room to work here. So we're having those 2 hoppers go into the chest, and then all of the rest of the hoppers are going to go into those 2 hoppers. And so that's going to be I have instant mine because my beacon's nearby, which makes it a little bit hard to be precise with the carving out the walls, but we'll just go ahead and fix it later if we carve out too much. Alright, so let's go ahead and make ourselves some nice big room to work here, because I don't want to be just tiptoeing around. Alright, so let's get a little bit more light up in here. Alright, so back here, we're going to have another set of hoppers going into the back end here. And then we're going to have another set of hoppers going into those hoppers. And let's go ahead and hop up top. And across the top, we're also going to have a set of hoppers. So, I don't know, this might not be the most efficient way to do this, because we're definitely using a lot of hoppers with this build. But I tested it out in my creative world, and it works, so we're going to go with it. Alright, so we're going to need more powered rails. I have just come unprepared. Alright, so across the top here, we're going to place some powered rails, and along the line here. And we're going to need even more powered rails, so let's go ahead and make those real quick. So we'll just run up our needlessly long staircase here. And apparently I can't aim. I just hit my head on the roof with my slime block launcher. Alright, so I have gold in here, I believe. And check out all of the iron that I have now. Tons of blocks of iron. The iron farm has been doing work. I've ever since I added in those extra villagers, it's really working out well. So we're going to need that gold to smelt up real quick. So I'm just going to cut real quick and I'll bring you back after I have the powered rails made. And we're back, team. So I went ahead and I got the powered rails that we'll need made up. Now we're going to be short on just a couple of powered rails, which means we'll need to substitute in a non-powered rail, which is unfortunate. I'd rather have all of these be powered, but that's okay. After I get a little bit more gold, I'll go ahead and make sure to get a powered rail put back in this spot where we're putting this this regular rail. So we're gonna go ahead and get that placed in there. Let's go ahead and get a couple of blocks set up. We're gonna have one here and then one here. And that's where we're actually going to have the cart stop. So we're going to have a little bit of a stopper block there. That's the purpose of that block there, is that way the minecart will bounce back and forth as it unloads the items we place in there evenly across the hoppers. And alright, so now up here we're going to place another unpowered rail and then a powered rail right here, and we'll have a lever right here so that we can toggle that one on and off. That's going to control the upper minecart, so we'll have it off for when we're actually filling it and when we don't actually have it filled with anything that needs to be distributed. And then once we actually have it filled, we'll go ahead and flip the lever to turn it back on to distribute the items evenly. And for this top one, we'll go ahead and place a chest right here. And so when we need to actually fill the minecart, we'll just place the items in this chest. And then we can actually fill up this chest with all the items we need, have way more than the minecart can even carry. And then whenever we stop the minecart from distributing items, it'll just fill up with whatever it can hold from that chest. Now, on the bottom here, we're going to have another rail here. And actually, let me go ahead and just take a quick look at my plans again here, just to make sure that I am doing this correctly. I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back, team. So I went ahead and I just took a screenshot of what I have set up in my creative world just for reference, and that's what I probably should have done from the start. But this way I won't have to switch back and forth to make sure that I am following what I had planned out. So that piece I just knocked out there, I actually want that to be a half slab. And so let's go ahead and replace that real quick. Go ahead and throw down our powered rail again. And then on this side, we're actually going to need to power these rails on the top as well. So I'm just going to dig out real quick and place levers on the back side here. We'll place one right here, turn that on, that powers those rails, and then we'll place another one over here. Alright. There we go. Perfect. Alright. And so now for the bottom, we're going to have a block going right here and right here. And I can actually remove this block now. And then we're going to dig down underneath here a little bit. And you'll see why in just a second. And so we're actually going to go... Oops. My pick's getting out of control again here. Alright, we can fill that back in, fill that one back in, but that is right there. And so below this one, we can knock this guy out. And then we can place our half slab right here. Now the tracks we're going to have set up, they're going to come around, and the reason I have it set up this way is it kind of hides the redstone and then makes it so that we have a convenient lever right there, and then we'll also have a lever just below this block here. We'll have a lever right here for the other one as well. And so let me go ahead and get these placed in real quick. And we'll place in the powered rail right here as well. Now we will round the corner and connect up like so. And then we're going to need a little bit more room to work around the back wall here. Keep taking out all my torches, making it like nighttime in here. Alright. So there we go. And so yes, for the redstone, we're going to have a block here, and then we need to dig down underneath this rail, or actually down beside this rail. Yes, here we go. And so yeah, actually I took out a little bit more than I needed to there, so I'm going to fill that back in real quick. Like so and like so. Alright, and so we're going to go ahead and run some redstone around the backside here, and actually it looks like I'm missing a block right here. There we go. So we're going to come down here. I do hear a spider, so somewhere around here I have some darkness that I need to get lit up in the near future. But okay, so I got that redstone set up, and yes, now when I flip that switch, it lights up that powered rail, so that's how we want that one. Now, for this one, we're going to have a chest here. So this is going to be where we load in our coal or whatever fuel source we're working with. We might use blaze rods because with our blaze spawner we have blaze rods in abundance, and that's a great fuel source for smelting items. And yeah, so I just I could have made the redstone just come like straight down and around to here, but I figured going around the back will make it so that we can just place up a wall to kind of hide that redstone work. But yeah, so this is the basic structure that we have set up. We just need to throw in some hopper mine carts, and we can go ahead and do a demonstration here. So let's, oh, don't want to get rid of those hoppers. Alright, so got one hopper mine cart. Let's go ahead and place down a couple of scaffolding blocks there. Okay, so now the basic idea is I'll fill this top one with the items we want smelted. We'll fill the bottom one with our fuel source. We'll flip the switches and they'll go back and forth and distribute the items evenly among our furnaces. And then as the items get smelted, the finished project will go into this chest here. And so let's go ahead and grab some sand and some fuel, and we'll go ahead and test this out, make sure that I did it correctly here. And I just love those slime block launchers. I'm probably going to use those in excess in our future builds. Let's see if I have any sand or anything that we can smelt around here. I know that I gathered up a whole bunch of sand or we just use cobblestone. That'll work. Yeah, I think I smelted up all of my sand when I was making our project from last episode. Let me just break up some of these blocks of coal. Alright, so we have some cobblestone, we have some coal. We'll go ahead and test out our super smelter. So heading down here. Now one thing that I like about this is when I put the cobblestone in this, see how fast it loads that minecart hopper? Ah, so quick. We'll put the coal in there, it loads that one super fast as well. And then let me get these scaffolding blocks out of the way. Break my floor on accident. Alright, so we'll flip that one. That'll distribute the cobblestone. Flip that one. Oh, because we're short on the... oh man, because we're short on the powered rails, that one's not working. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and gather a little bit of gold so that we can get this tested out. I'll be right back. And we're back, team. So I gathered up the gold that we need, and so I should be able to get the powered rails set up that we need here so that this is actually working. And so let me go ahead and replace this guy with the powered rail there. And I also, since I have it, want to replace this guy with a rail here. And so let's go ahead and see if this one distributes it how we want now. Oh, you gonna work for me? There we go. Alright. So it is distributing. Now, it's not as fast as I would like. So, I think that I'm gonna replace this rail with... Oh, that's gonna mean that we're gonna need another... that means we're going to need another lever to power that one. But I think I'm going to replace that one with a powered rail, and then we'll also replace this one with a powered rail. Just to make sure that it is going as fast as possible. And so let's go ahead and hop back up here. I know that I have... oh, yeah, I'm going to have to work on this slime block launcher. Alright, there we go. We made it up. We will get through this build. Alright. So I have a stick. And I have a cobblestone. And I have a lever. Success. Alright. So let's head back down there. Let's drop down the hole here. Alright. Now another thing that I noticed when I had cut the last time is over here there were 9 cobblestone, and on this side there were only 5 cobblestone. So now all the rest of them were distributing evenly. But what that tells me is that the cart, when it's hitting this block, it's falling just a little bit shy of this furnace sometimes. And so it wasn't quite getting distributed as evenly as we would like. So What I'm also going to do while we're at it is I'm going to move these blocks back by one. That way we can ensure that we are getting everything distributed evenly. So let's go ahead and place a block here and here. Let's break this guy and this guy. And give ourselves a little bit more headroom here. And then we'll place this here and our lever back down right here, and then power rail there. Okay, now let's do the same over on the other one. There we go. Falling down like a champ. Alright, so we'll place one here, here, here. Lever on. And power rail. Alright, excellent. So that should solve that problem for us, and we're going to fill in that wall and make this look pretty too. And looks like all of these are powered, so that is good news. And then down here we just need to make sure that we get these powered, so we can place a lever there, and one more lever. Okay, I'll be right back. Alright team, I got some more levers. This time I grabbed more than one, just in case I figure out that I need even more, but I don't think I'll need more than one. And excellent news as well, I also found my shulker box filled with sand, so we can also test it out with sand as well. And oh man, that fills so fast. And so we got that minecart with hopper filled with the sand up here. And I also grabbed some blaze rods, so we'll actually throw some blaze rods in this one. Let's take out the coal from everything here. Alright. There we go. Okay. Cracked stone bricks. I must have accidentally got a stone brick in there to get smelted as well. But I should probably use more cracked stone bricks because it's a nice texture and I always forget about it. So, alright, so we'll just come down here, and I might need to go down one more to be able to place this guy. There we go. That should power the... Yeah, I hear you, zombie. Alright, so there we go. And... oh, looks like I left that one on. Or no. That was a bad placement of that lever, apparently, because that's powering this rail, too. Oh, well. Let's see. Yep, looks like our blaze rods are evenly distributed, so that's working. I'm going to figure out that lever situation in a little bit. And then let's go ahead and distribute our sand. Let's make sure it is all distributing evenly. Yep, and so yeah, there was 8 in that one. And yeah, everything seems to be distributing evenly, so it is all working nicely. So yeah, this just makes it so that we do have 8 furnaces going at one time, distributing whatever we need smelted evenly between them, so it'll smelt much faster, and we don't have to go through individually and place our items in there. So yeah, this is going to make things a lot more convenient. Now, I'm going to need to get the storage room online in the near future because I have so many storage boxes, so many chests around the area that I can't ever find anything anymore. And it only makes sense because that's going to be attached to this room, that we work on that in the near future as well, as we're trying to complete this this furnace array room. Now, I did go ahead and grab my book and quill as well, and we can go ahead and amend this. So we got the furnace array taken care of. Now, unfortunate, it looks like it's going to make me delete. It's not going to actually let me use my arrow keys here. But let's go ahead and... so we got our sweeper farm taken care of. We got our furnace array taken care of. Now we still want to get the automatic vegetable farm done in the near future. We want to get our storage room done in the near future. And the other item that we had on here was our trophy room. Trophy. no, trophy room and slash map room. And we'll also throw expanding the sugar farm as well. So that's something we're going to work on in the near-ish future as well. So yeah, so still plenty to do, and I'm having a ton of fun with this game, so I'm excited to continue making fun farms and everything. Yeah, putting together this furnace array was a lot of fun. Planning it all out in a creative world. If you liked it, if you liked the episode, make sure to hit that like button for me. Helps me out quite a bit. And that is going to be all the time that we have for the episode for today. Now, if you haven't, or if you're new and you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so that you can see when the future content comes out. You can subscribe just by hitting the subscribe button below the video. But hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you all on the flip side.